Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this Football Manager 2017 experiment. If you missed the first two episodes, go back and check them out. It's probably more important if you're going to be watching this because you don't want to miss out on anything. But basically what we've done, we've inserted the best player in the world into the game. We've put all of his stats to the best they can be. We started him low and seeing how his career has blossomed really is the whole point of this. I'm not really going to go too in depth of what's happened. Go and check those episodes out. But we are in 2022 at this point. When we left, he was at Manchester United. He's won more or less everything there is to win. Internationally, what has he done? We're in a World Cup year, so we will get to that too. Let's find out his stats at the moment. Okay, then, as you can see, he's still at Manchester United, 20 years of age now, £70 million he's worth. He's gone back up to 70. He was down to about 60, I believe. And his actual stats are more rounded now. In the past episodes, his stats were more of a like 16 to 20 sort of thing because he wasn't really a known quantity. Now he's at one of the best teams in the world and he seems to be one of the best players in the world. So we know his exact stats. They're sort of staying at 17 like you would expect. I will note, 53 caps, 41 goals. I'm pretty sure that smashed that England record then, England top scorer. We'll check that out in just a second. But how has he been getting on in terms of his achievements so far this season? Let's take a look. We left off with England runners-up in the European International League in the last episode. They lost the Community Shield final, well, the Community Shield match, whatever it is, but did win the UEFA Super Cup, which I'm pretty sure is the second year in a row, which is pretty cool. Lots of these. Broke the England record for goals scored in a season with 14 goals. England record for assists in a season with 11. Lots of Team of the Weeks and Player of the Month. They won the Club World Cup again, which is good. He has already won it in his career, I'm pretty sure, but he was the best player runner-up in the competition. And he has finally won a Ballon d'Or. This is his first Ballon d'Or of his career, and he has finally won it. Lionel Messi now in second. Paul Pogba in third, which is pretty cool. 60 appearances. Absolute mammoth, that is. But he's finally the best player in the world officially at 20 years of age. You would expect him to dominate this award over the next few years. He was named in the World Team of the Year for 2021. Young Player of the Month, blah, 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 blah. EFL Cup winner, 2022. Manchester United won the EFL Cup again, which is incredible. I'm pretty sure that's his third, maybe fourth EFL Cup win. They are dominating the trophies. Footballer of the Year in the Premier League, top goal scorer. Interestingly, it doesn't look like they won the Premier League this year. They weren't able to win the Premier League for a fourth year in a row. Interesting. They won the FA Cup and they also won the Champions League again. Very impressive in Europe they've been since the man has gone to Manchester United. Another FA Cup medal too. Golden Boot in Europe. Player of the Year. Best player in Europe too. It's been a very, very good year. Disappointing not really to not win a Premier League. It's very similar to last season. 19 goals. 33 appearances, less assists, 33 goals in 50 appearances in all competitions, including internationals. So that is pretty good. He's had a good season at club level. He's won competitions. They didn't manage to win the Premier League, which is interesting actually. I'd like to see who won the Premier League this season. Let's take a look at that. It was Manchester City by 2 points. Aguero maybe. No, he's probably not there anymore, but that sort of style of win. West Ham into third is incredible. Really, really good. It is a World Cup year, 2022. We should be in the middle of a World Cup at the moment. So let's see how England are getting on. Will he finally win an international tournament? Because he's been runner-up twice so far. We are at the quarter-final stage. And as you can see, England didn't make it. England were knocked out in the second round of the World Cup by the United States of America, of all teams. This is a bizarre turn-up for the books, really. I was not expecting this. Is the man in the squad? He's played. And he didn't play well. England were dominated. USA must have some squad at this point, I'm telling you. Incredible, really. Agudelo? I mean, he's good. It's not bad, to be fair. It's a turn up for the books. I was not expecting that. England knocked out of the World Cup in the second round, the first knockout round, really. Well, okay. So he's not going to win internationally. He's had a good club season. Let's see where he is in 1 year's time. I'll see you in 12 months. Okay then, 1 year's time we are there. 2023 is the year and the man is still at Manchester United like you would have expected. He's now up to 71 million, so he's now £1 million more value than he was a year ago, which is quite ridiculous, really. His media description has changed. He's now a world-class striker instead of a wonder kid. Now he's hit 21. Not quite a wonder kid, I suppose. Likes to shoot with power, curls the ball, likes to lob the keeper, and attempts to develop the weaker foot, which should be pretty good, actually, anyway. Let's have a look at what he has done. 60 caps, by the way, 48 goals. He hasn't played as much for England this year, but there might not have been as many fixtures. Let's take a look at his achievements this season. And interestingly, he was named England vice-captain in the summer of 2022. Won the Community Shield, 2 assists in that game. Won the Super Cup again. So they are constant winners of these competitions, really, which is pretty good. Won the Club World Cup again. Again, another constant sort of thing that's happening. Best player in the competition. Ballon d'Or runner-up this year. What? It's becoming a theme. Lionel Messi has... I mean, I don't get it. I don't get how 36 appearances, 9 goals and 21 assists is better than 45 appearances, 36 goals and 7 assists. Same average rating. That seems dodgy. Seems dodgy, that does. He won the European Golden Boy again. He's probably getting to that age where he can't win it anymore. They won the EFL Cup again. Another EFL Cup to go to. His collection, really. English Premier League team to beat. They won the Premier League again. It's his 4th Premier League winning medal. They obviously didn't win it last season, but they've regained their trophy now. Broke the Man United record for worst discipline in a season with 17 yellow cards and 4 red cards. That's a bit weird. We'll take a look at that in a second. Footballer of the Year, runner-up in top goal scorer, and runners-up in the FA Cup as well, which is quite interesting. Best player in Europe and whatnot. So it was a pretty good year. Champions League not mentioned there, so they obviously crashed out in the Champions League as well. But he has won a lot of trophies already. Internationally is what we're looking at the moment. In terms of trophies, so we'll see how they got on in a second. I just wanted to have a look at that aggression thing though. His stats for last season: 22 goals in 32 appearances, more goals per game ratio sort of thing, less assists, less player of the matches. But if you take a look at this, 10 yellow cards in the league and 3 red cards is incredible. For a player like him, what was his other ones? Like 17 yellow cards in that season, no reds. He does get a lot of yellow cards. That's not something I was expecting, to be honest with you. 33 goals in 49 appearances, all in all competitions. In terms, that's also internationals as well, of course. International League, they were knocked out by France in the semi-final, and France went on to win the European International League. So yet another loss in tournament for England and the man. That's disappointing, really is. It's the Euros next season. We'll see how they get on. I'm going to move it forward again a year. You'll notice this episode I'm not really going into as much detail. That's because it's going to be a long career for the man unless he suddenly retires with an injury. But it's going to be a long career, I would expect. So we need to move it along quickly. We're focusing on the trophies, really, aren't we? That's the whole point. We're not really caring about how the save is in terms of the actual leagues, because there are other saves for that. This is about the man. So let's move this forward one more year. July 2024. Let's see how he's getting on. 12 months down the line we are, and it is 2024. Let's see where the man is playing his football at club level. Once again, he is still at Manchester United, still at £71 million. He's taken a wage rise, I think, £325,000 a week. New contract. 72 caps for England, 58 goals. That's pretty good, isn't it? Let's be honest. Let's take a look at his achievements this season. Interestingly, he played for the England under-21s in that summer's tournament. Didn't seem to win it. He was best player and Golden Boot runner-up, so that's quite interesting. Runners-up in the Community Shield. Won Ballon d'Or. He's back in the Ballon d'Or race. It's his 2nd Ballon d'Or of his career. Let's see who was 2nd and 3rd. Interestingly, no Messi, no Ronaldo. Thomas Lemar, Monaco, still at Monaco, in the 2nd, really good. And Kevin De Bruyne, now 32 years of age, in at 3rd. Interesting. Is Messi still playing? Messi is still playing, 37 years of age now. I mean, his stats are still very good. Valued at 1.9 million. What about Ronaldo? Ronaldo is playing, but it looks like he's left Real Madrid. If we look at his achievement, it should tell us. There we go then, released on a free transfer from Real Madrid. That is really, really interesting. Let's get back to the man though. Let's get back to his achievements. Sorry guys. And it's another EFL Cup win. That's got to be his fourth or fifth already of that trophy. He broke the England record for most goals, gaining his 54th goal in the match against Georgia. So he's now England top goal scorer at the age of 22, which is ridiculous. Footballer of the Year, and they've won the FA Cup once again. No Premier League. So that's the second season since we've done this. The third season since we've done this. They didn't win the Premier League. And there's also no Champions League medal. So by the standards that we've been seeing, just the two competitions. Is that a bad season? Maybe. We will move this forward though. First, before we do that, actually, it's 2024. It's World Cup year. Let's see how England are getting on. I take it back, it's not a World Cup year, sorry, it's a Euros year, European Championships, and as you can see, in the group, it has gone well. A loss to France was disappointing. Harry Kane got on the score sheet, Anthony Martial got on the score sheet for France as well, but if you look at that England team, there's a lot of unknown names. Bobby Davis, Lewis Cook, is that the guy who was at Bournemouth maybe? Sam Jackson, never really heard of him either. Yeah, so there's a lot of unnamed. 3-1 win over Scotland. Bobby Davis, Paul West, not really heard of him either. And Harry Kane with the goals. 2 goals against Sweden with a draw for England there. Put them through to the next round. They'll play Spain in the next round. Let's move this forward and let's find out how they get on. It's sad news, guys. England have crashed out the second round of the European Championships to Spain. A 3-1 loss. The man did play, but it's a bad performance again. It's interesting, really, that although he's been really dominating the club level, internationally, he hasn't been able to perform. He scored lots of goals for the club. He scored lots of goals for the international team, but he hasn't really had performances to take control of the game and get them a big, big competition win. It could change. He's still only 22, but it's quite interesting to look at, especially when you see the likes of Lionel Messi and so forth not be able to do the same. So maybe it's a trend that Football Manager have put into the game. We'll have to see as we go through his career. I am going to move this forward a long time now because this could go on for a while if we do it year by year. We've done its first 4 or 5 years, maybe 6 I think now. But what I want to do is move this forward 5 years. I'm going to move this forward 5 years. We're going to come back in 2029 and see exactly what the man has done in the past 5 years. That's what we're going to do in the next episode. Until then, from me to you, goodbye.